Hello, welcome to the broadcasts from Space Age XL. If you're new to the channel, this is the format around here. We don't do a full Let's Play. I just play the game, make some save files at interesting moments, and then show you the progress of the playthrough. So it's not a fully edited playthrough, but it's also not a very slow Let's Play. I did this before when Space Age first came out. That's on the channel. We'll be utilising those blueprints and everything we've learned from that. But the theme of this one is XL. I want to go big. I want really big. And as such, I've got some mods and map settings for that. The other thing you may see from time to time is I've got this really cool little drawing on stream thing, telestration software. A link is in the description, along with the blueprint book that we'll be using. So that's really good. So yes, if you want to do the old like, comment, subscribe for me. I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 episodes of this a week in between all the mahjong. Right, let's have a look at the mods we're using, shall we? We've got simple stuff, basically. Yes, obviously, elevated rails quality Space Age. I'm going to use the blueprint shotgun, because I'm going to be doing big builds early. So I wanted some sort of automation for building by hand, and I thought this blueprint shotgun thing is pretty cool. I'll show you that. Bottleneck light, as always, just a simple little dot on the machines that shows you whether they're working or not, so you can troubleshoot issues very quickly. Factorio library is needed for other mods. Filter helper is the new hot mod. Everyone's using this now. It's very good. Just puts context on the filter and on the inserters when you're and splitters and things like that. It's very, very good. This should just be vanilla content, in my opinion. HD planets, of course, for when we go into space. New minimap on platforms. Pump. Prevent unwanted manual pump placement. I love this mod. You just click and drag over a fluid patch and it just does all of the work for you. Very tedious, usually. Rate calculator, of course, and visible planets in space. So mostly just vanilla and quality of life, really. I suppose blueprint shotgun is the only kind of cheaty thing. Alright, let's have a quick look at the map seed we're going to use. This will obviously also be in the description for you. Oh no, I thought I had it in my Windows ready to go. There it is. Sorry. Import map string. Modified rail world settings, basically. Going to keep the frequency of the ore patches the same, but we're going to make them much larger and much more rich. But everything basically normal, terrain normal, enemy expansion off but normal, and everything else normal. So just modified rail world settings basically, because as we know, rail world is very good for mega basing and for people like me who kind of like the combat but also kind of don't. So like if there's no expansion, you don't have to worry so much about defenses and stuff. You just clear your pollution cloud and then that's the end of it. Okay, cool. So let's jump right in, shall we? So we've done the basics. We've done the extreme basics. We got a little tiny bit unlucky here with this roll, in that there is a biter nest right here in these chunks, but we'll deal with that at some point. Automation is set up, being researched rather, for this, and then this is where I'm going to put my furnace stacks here by this water. So yes, I have my Broadcast from Space Age blueprint book, which we used in the last broadcast series. So there's lots of good early stuff in this, which we're going to be using. For example, this jumpstart base is very, very helpful. We'll bung that there. This gives us some belts, some green circuits, automates the research and stuff like that. Blueprint shotgun you have to research, I'll show you that when it's properly done. But yeah, as I say, the main theme of this one, we're gonna go big. I don't want to leave Nalvis. I'm not in a rush to leave Nalvis this time. Obviously, when we played before, Space Age was new. The Nalvis content, everyone had seen it. But we can go back to basics now. We can get the Nalvis. We can get Nalvis really, really good. If you watch the previous broadcast series, you know that we've learned a lot of lessons from before, and we played that broadcast series a little bit differently as well. We bootstrapped every single planet from scratch. That is definitely not something I'm interested in doing this time. I would definitely rather ship all the parts to make rockets from Nauvis in the early game, mid-game basically, get the planets just making their science packs and shipping the science packs back. So yeah, we'll go really big on Nauvis, really big, and we'll send low density structures, rocket fuel, processing units around the solar system to make the process of making the science pack on each planet much easier and quicker. Because we spent episodes and episodes just here's how you bootstrap Glebet, here's how you bootstrap Fulgora, which obviously was good, it was good fun. But we're not going to do that this time, we're going to do something different this time. So we've got the basics here, you know, the furnaces, the self-sustaining coal thing. This isn't, I'm not going to go too much into this stuff. If you're interested, if you want me to do the over-explained series, I did an over-explained series for Factorio 1.1. That is also something I would be interested in doing, where we go into extreme depth about what is happening here, why this works, why this is good, why this works, how to do this, how to do that, you know, how belts work, etc, etc. But I'm going to assume some sort of familiarity with the base game. We're just going to do some interesting builds and stuff. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? I have the blueprint shotgun researched now. So you have to make the blueprint shotgun as an item, it just goes in your weapon slot, and then you have to make ammo for it, item canisters. But then once you have it, you can shoot it like a weapon to put ghost blueprints down. Now, there is also a setting in the mod settings which I have tweaked, cheat bonus between 0 and 24, so I put it at 12, so our combat shotgun can shoot more things earlier, just so we don't have to do so many levels of this shotgun upgrade research. I think, something like that, I'm not entirely sure. But if we make a whole bunch of these and steam engines, or even maybe just belts, just to show you with some belts, you know? So it's not completely automatic, like robots would be. There's lots of early robot start mods which you can use. The problem with those, I find, is that early robots are very slow. So a lot of those mods come with... Oh, it also works for deconstructing as well. Oh, how good is that? How good is that? Early robot mods are good, but early robot speeds are very slow. The base robot speed is very slow, so then those mods also tend to come with a setting to increase early robot speed, which is all well and good, but then that means your infinite research robot speed is always like 6, 8, 10 levels in front of what it should be. So when by the time you get to robot worker speed, you know, this is technically level 1, but it would be 6 higher than this because the mod has changed it. So then worker robot speed 7 ends up making them like 1000%, and they are just zipping all over the place, and that is basically cheating, in my opinion, because you are using... You could then uninstall that worker robot speed mod at that point, but then you'd be so used to your robots being that fast that it would... So rather than deal with any of that, I'm just using the blueprint shotgun. It's a nice middle ground, I think, between early robot starts and... I used nanobots once, I thought it was pretty good, but I've used it before. I wanted to try this. Okay. So we can do some big builds quite easily, hopefully. So let's get stuff set up for real now, shall we? For realsies. So the benefit of this tiny little jump starter base here is that it stockpiles some belts. It also stockpiles iron gear wheels, which are good, and it also very slowly makes electronic circuits. Mostly in the early game, your handcrafting is limited to making, especially with electric mining drills, as you can see, is limited to handcrafting iron gear wheels and electronic circuits. electronic circuits by hand are doable, but they're very slow because you have to make the copper and then you have to make the circuit itself. So if you can automate just a stockpile of circuits. The reason these have the filter inserters on is to show you which thing goes in which chest, just when you plop this blueprint down. And this is slightly different to the one we have in the book because this also just has an extra one here for making ammo. So yeah, so we can very easily then now make a stack. Oh, we need some of this iron back. Give me this iron back, I needed it. Very easily make electric mining drills here, so you can see that we've got enough iron gear wheels to make these very quickly by hand, but then we need the iron gear wheels for these, so that's good. And then with the blueprint shotgun, and I should have picked up some belts. This is exactly why I don't just hit record and then play, because oh my god, it would be so slow and boring for you. Half of the footage would just be me walking backwards and forwards to the chest and the thing I'm supposed to be building, because I've forgotten to pick up one of the things that I needed. It's very satisfying, I have to say. This mod's very good. The stone, coal and copper patches overlap, which is irritating, but we can do something about that. It's not a problem. For now, I am just splitting the stone off into a chest here. It's always good to have a stockpile of stone so that you can handcraft a whole bunch of stone furnaces, because we're going to need a lot of stone furnaces, because that's the plan. And I cleared these biters, no problem. Turret creep is very good. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Alright, I promised XL, so here we go. That's XL is in extra large, not the popular Microsoft spreadsheeting software. These furnace stacks are in the book in pairs of 2 because... No, that's a different blueprint book that we're going to use later. So I think I developed furnace stack. They're in pairs of 2 because of how the poles go. So you can see the poles aren't the same between this stack and this stack, but then they do repeat in pairs. So this pole, these 2 stacks have the pole in the middle. This one doesn't. So these 4 are going to be iron. We'll have another 2 here for copper. I am going to remove the spaceship. Sorry everybody, sorry, I'm going to remove the spaceship. It is right in the way. I want the bus to go this way. Oh, I should use the thing. I want the bus to go this way. Yeah, see? See? That's why that's good. So the spaceship is in the way, unfortunately. I'm not too precious about keeping the spaceship. So then we'll have... I can make a rectangle, yeah, that's right. So then we'll have an extra 2 columns here for steel, and then we'll stick the stone ones here. And because we need brick, obviously needs to be smelted, and then another 2 more copper ones. Oops, why did that not work? Oh my god, it's because I leave the edge of the screen. Another 2 more copper ones here. And then we may even go more than that, it really depends. I think 4 belts of each at the beginning should be fine, but I did say this series I did say XL. I did say XL, didn't I? So maybe I should do even more, but that's fine. We'll use trains. It's a rail world setting. We'll try and use a lot more trains in this playthrough than we did in the original playthrough. Sorry, I've gotten really distracted by playing with the blueprint shotgun. It's probably not too much. It's probably not quicker with the blueprint shotgun, but it is obviously much better when you've got loads of furnaces and inserters to put down. So yeah, so now we've got iron and stuff going on. I've removed the bootstrap base, making loads of belts, and we should be good to go. The pollution cloud is fine. Obviously with expansion off it's much easier to manage. You only just really have to look at where the pollution cloud is covering the red dots, providing you just keep exploring around the edge of your pollution cloud. And of course you can also use the production graph. Just press P to open the production graph and look at if any bases, any biter nests are absorbing pollution, then you know you've got a problem. I didn't want to turn the biters completely off. I'm past that point now. I do feel like I can deal with them. But I also realise that they don't really add much to a playthrough, in my opinion. But It's a nice welcome distraction every now and then while science is ticking over to just spend 15-20 minutes destroying some biter bases. Sending them off completely just seems like people want to see the biters, basically. They want to see what you're doing. And we may get to the point where we want to set up some biter defences and automatic artillery and things like that. That's always fun. That's always good to see. Alright, what's next? What's next? Green circuits and the mall from the... Why have I put this blueprint book here? I was so convinced I was going to use that early and I'm not. It should be this one. No, it shouldn't even be that one. Oh my god, he's so good at YouTube, folks. There we go. So this was the old blueprint book from the previous series, split up into the episodes. But then it took me to episode 3 to do them all last time. Yeah, we're barreling through this now. We're barreling through this one. So this is the phase 1 of them all. Slightly tweaked to make turrets and these shells that the blueprint shotgun needs. So we're fairly self-sufficient now. These, I shouldn't do it like that because I've got the draw on stream thing. These definitely should be blue inserters. It's just I haven't got blue inserters yet. Fast inserters. I tore down the bootstrap base maybe a bit prematurely, and as such I only researched like the very, very basics that I needed to get things done. But you know, it's fine, as I say. It's XL, so this can go now. Power is keeping up, but as I've secured enough space for the power. A bit of a radar down here just to see what's going on. These biters still exist. So we're very much in early game expansion. The other good thing about Blueprint Shotgun is if you have robots, you're limited by the robot cargo capacity for removing things from chests. So if you deconstruct this chest with a robot, it would take as many robots and as many trips to carry all of these belts back to you. Whereas with the Blueprint Shotgun, it doesn't care about that. It just hoovers them up. Although it does care about your inventory size, which is kind of funny. So you can, if any of these, have these got lots of iron plates in? Yeah, if you mark this for deconstruction but you can't fit it in your inventory, it does that. But that is also not really a concern to me because that is very, very satisfying. I have run out of the shells now, but still. Put it back, it's fine. This isn't a real save file, this is just one in the bank, obviously. It makes no difference. Let's keep going, bigger, everything needs to be bigger. Everything must be larger than this. Alright, let's put the red and the green science down, the automation and logistics science down. I haven't even got logistics science sorted here. These inserters again need to be blue, but I've just used the upgrade planner to mark them to remind myself these need to be blue. But as soon as we research the fast inserter, this assembler kicks into action and we start making stuff, and then we can. There's also a good way to show off bottleneck light as well. These need to be blue inserters, like they cannot keep up. A yellow inserter cannot keep up with iron gear wheels. And that's why we get the yellow light occasionally. Green is working, yellow is not working as fast as it could be working, and red is just like not working at all, or low power or something. You can change those settings in the mod settings. I can't remember what exactly I've done. Yeah, red is disabled, not working at all. Insufficient input is yellow, so it is working, it has worked, but it is not working as fast as it could work. But then as soon as we put these here, nothing but green lights. I think you'll see red on like full furnaces maybe. No, these are still doing their backlog. Okay, yeah, so there's a whole host of red and green sciences. If you get red and green science automated, you are sorted. Really, there's so red and green science bottles unlock so much. You can end up doing quite a lot, a surprising amount. You can do trains, you can do solar panels, you can start doing oil processing, you can start doing modules, you can do a lot before blue science. And I think that's where we want to be. So this episode we're going to just basically get red and green science sorted in decent volumes. And then next episode we will do military and everything up to blue science. But then once we've got blue science unlocked and we need to start making red circuits and stuff, then we'll go like even bigger. We'll go even bigger than this. This is still where I'm thinking this will be steel before I realise, wait, no, come on, mate, come on, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. Sorry, I really keep getting distracted with this blueprint shotgun. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, let's keep going. More stuff. More stuff. So yeah, it's a good job I didn't think that over there would be steel, because I always forget this, that you need double high furnace stacks to do steel. Like, I leave the space for it, and then I go, oh wait, I have to turn iron into steel, don't I? And then I always and ah with the prospect of taking iron off the bus to make steel, so having the steel production as like an offshoot on the bus. And that's not a good idea. It never really works, because you just need you need so much iron and you need steel. Relying on your iron production to feed steel is not good, because if you suddenly then need loads of steel, then your green circuits falters and stuff like that. So we can expand these patches. We'll have 4 iron, we'll have 2 steel, we can have extra copper, and then I'll put the stone here. So the way I'm dealing with the stone coal overlapping is probably not the best way I could be dealing with it. But I've gone for a belts and braces approach here with this sort of extremely cursed Michael Hendricks do-it-yourself belt balancer thing. So like, I don't think any of these will ever mine. Oh no, one of them will. Ah, I see, this is why we go belts and braces. I was going to say, I don't think any of these will ever mine a coal, but they will. This one will, by the looks of it. So each line on the mining patch goes into a splitter that sends the stone off one way, the coal off the other way, and then each of those 5 lanes is balanced into a 5-to-2 splitter. I may need to make them 5-to-3 splitters because of reasons. There is a world here, obviously, where like one of these gets backed up so much that you never get any coal through, but I don't think so, because the bottom 2 should be purely coal. Yeah, so the bottom 2 are always coal. It's really only these 3 lanes that need to be separated out. Running out of coal is of course a disaster, which is why I've put a buffer system in here. This now should never ever do anything. Oh, what am I doing? Oh wait, this is going to put loads of stone everywhere, isn't it? Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It reminds me of like in Slime Rancher when you don't have enough space to pick up the plorts, but you just do this to just sort of like carry them with you to the marketplace. Oh god, it's a disaster! Sorry, it's just too much fun. It's just simply too much fun. Turn it into landfill. It's usually a good idea. Okay, yeah, so we'll get the stone plugged in. We're ploughing through the researches now. I could do with adding an extra row of labs, but we'll just literally click everything that's got a red and green science pack on it. It really is of no concern at this point. We'll just get all the red and green stuff done while we continue to expand. I can very briefly show you how you can also use blueprint shotgun to trivialize fighting biters, which kind of makes it like, I can't prove to you that I won't do this, so it's pretty irrelevant. Like, I may as well just not have the biters on. But you can blueprint ammo into a turret. If you put the turret down and you like try and ghost put in the ammo somehow, you can't do it. You have to be in remote view. So then in remote view you put a ghost turret down, and then you put in ghost ammo down. Not 100, that's a bit much. Let's say 20, and then you blueprint this. When you then put that blueprint down, the first shot fires the turret, the second shot fires the ammo. So you can then sort of like do this. I shouldn't have done that, I should have upgraded the contents of this blueprint. There we go. So like I can say to you that I won't do it. I can't prove to you that I won't do it. So I may as well just do it. This is another reason why early bot mods are just, you know, like... Is that functionally any better than doing this? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. It really is. It's down to you, right? Like, is that functionally any different to this? It took me a lot longer to do that. What I would do either in that case then is I would probably put my turrets on a separate bar and then go press the 1 key to put the turrets down, press the 2 key to put the ammo down. What the heck? Mate, no. Rude. Stop it. How could you? But I mean, we've been through this, right? Biters are... I forgot that I moved it to there. So you can use like the number keys to do the hotkeys if you didn't know that. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel down in the comments about biters. Because I'm kind of just like, I'm over it, really. Like, who cares? But I do like having them on because it forces you to then build... You know, it does force you to think about having some defences or having a plan, or... Makes military research not completely useless. And it breaks it up as well. You can say, well, I should spend 20 minutes killing the biters while the research plods along, you know. So they are valuable in that sense. But from an actual, like... Unless you go really, really hard on them in some sort of challenge mode, you know, you put a rampant mod on or something. But that's not why I play Factorio. I play Factorio for the logistical challenges more than anything. And the biters are, of course, the logistical challenge to be solved. But more so in the late game when you have to think about artillery outposts and defending mining outposts and stuff like that. Because it will get to the point where we'll expand a mining outpost, like if we want this stone. How the hell has this happened? Wow. Very rare to see that. It's usually this. Usually the lake eats up the patch. So that's very interesting. So yeah, like this oil, for example. If we want this oil will create pollution. We could just clear the biters around this section, but the further out we go, we're not going to want to like clear biters in like, oh, let me get my draw thing out. Ellipse. Clearing all of these biters, yeah, maybe doable. Clearing all of these biters, oh, I came off the screen again. Clearing all of these biters, that would probably take a long time. So it does get to the point where defences are more efficient on your time than clearing biters. And that usually ties in with when you can do ammo-less defences, you know, things like laser turrets and stuff. So yeah, anyway, let me know how you feel in the comments. The combat in Factorio has never really been anything that I have been too interested in. Okay. More stuff please. Okay, that's going to about do it for episode 1. The other thing I should have mentioned, of course, is that because we're going so large, so early, pollution will be a large factor. So defending is probably going to be more efficient than clearing biters, just because our pollution cloud is going to be so big so soon, right? Like, I would never do quite this much steel and iron processing. So this, the end goal, just to give you a preview of next episode, the end goal will be to keep these furnace stacks here for sure. I wanted a rectangle rather than an ellipse. Keep this infrastructure here for sure. There's no reason to remove this, but this is temporary. So you may have seen I did a few streams just after I moved house for a vanilla quality run. So it was the vanilla game, but I added the quality, just the quality mod. So not space age, but quality. And that's why this blueprint book was on the thing, because I did start doing a grid system, because without going too much into it, I will talk about this in the episode that I put it down as well. I really don't like, and without naming any names, I really don't like this idea. Now, I don't know why. I can't really explain to you why this gives me such a visceral reaction, but this apparently is what we've decided is okay. And no, I don't think it is. I don't want to do it like this. So I've designed a different grid system. So it's not as large as old city blocks used to be, but it's bigger than the current agreed upon consensus on city blocks. Is it expensive on roboports? Yes, probably. Who cares? Who the hell cares? So I've already got some things lined up for this. I don't think I'll move the smelting in, it seems a bit irrelevant now, but I will at least use the grid system going forwards, because I have the solar panels, right? I have the solar panel one. And are they chunk aligned? Are they chunk aligned? Oh, look at that, he's so good. You can't really see on the screen, to be fair, because of the YouTube encoding, probably, but there we go, that's a bit better. You can see that they're chunk aligned as well. Not that really means anything, of course, but... So we can do some cool stuff like integrate defences into these grid sections so that we can just build remotely, expand the base, do cool stuff like that. So that's the long-term plan. So yes, I hope as far as... Yes, sure. As far as episode 1 goes, I know episode 1 very important when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, getting people on board. Ooh, what's this? Episode 1, a new series. Yeah, I'll look at that. So yeah, please, if you like the idea, what's going on, please let me know in the comments and do the old subscribing and liking and stuff. I'm going to obviously plow on with this anyway. You can't really tell me what to do. I am a free agent in this world. So I say these things, but really I'm just going to do it anyway. YouTube doesn't like to hear that. YouTube wants you to like, comment and subscribe. But there we go, there we go. Yes, description will have the blueprint book from the previous series. It will have any new stuff that goes on, a link to the telestration software, the drawing on stream stuff. So yeah, feel free, get involved. Nice to see you. And also, I will say this. There's a lot of Riichi Mahjong happening on the channel right now. Really, really into my Riichi Mahjong. If you don't want to subscribe because you don't want to see all of the Riichi Mahjong in your subscription feed, I understand that. I completely and totally respect that. So if you'd rather just follow the playlist for this instead of subscribing, that's fine. Of course it is. Of course it is. And vice versa, really. If you're here for the Riichi Mahjong and you're like, what the hell is this stupid game? What the hell is this? Anyway, okay, that's enough waffling on. Sorry, I'm too used to waffling on. This should be the streamlined, utilitarian, let's go do this series. Anyway, And streams also. If you want me, if you think there's any value in me streaming like my process of this, and then doing the YouTube series of like the checkpoints, then that's fine. If you want to hang out, be like, yeah, it'd be cool to see you stream it and we can hang out and stuff, then yeah, cool, I'm up for that as well. But you know, like, I'm testing the waters basically. I'm testing the waters here with episode 1. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please, this seems very very fake now to say. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button in OBS. Seems very fake now to say this, but if you enjoyed, please let me know with a like or a comment, and if you want to see more Factorio, be sure to subscribe. Other than that, take care, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.